Everyone wants to know just how much things cost in Russia. In this video, I'm going to be talking about building materials, also operators, from drivers and heavy equipment operators. Stick around in this video because if you plan to move to Russia and you plan to purchase things to build a house, this is going to be a very educational video. Thank you so much for the support and let's go. People often come to Russia and their dream is to build a house, their dream is to perhaps start a business. Anything involving money, people have no clue what it actually costs before they come to Russia. So I thought I would take today's opportunity. We're going to be doing a project where we're going to be filling this back part of the plot with gravel, because in the future we're going to be building here, but we don't want the weeds to grow and we want it to look a lot cleaner. And you can see we have a bathroom back there built, an outside bathroom for now. And what we want is to be able to walk in this area and have it absolutely clean. In today's video, you're going to learn about cost of labor for perhaps a small heavy equipment and the cost of various gravels in Russia. And before we start, there's so much work to do here. We have to level the ground a little bit, remove a little bit of grass. And remember, the reason why we're making this video is because not everybody's moving to Russia with thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. I myself, I'm an immigrant in Russia who came here with nothing, literally absolutely nothing. And I've started making my life here, and I think that this video is going to be educational for the people who are coming on a budget or people who are not filthy rich, right? This is the reason why I don't own apartments or have a fully built house yet. It's because I'm an immigrant, guys, and I'm not a rich immigrant. So we're going to do a little bit of work, and then we're going to go head over for that gravel. There used to be a giant mound of dirt and craziness back here, and I had to dig everything out and make this level. Of course, I did it off camera because you can't be bothered sometimes to record some of the things, right? But this is the remainder of the rocks. The ones that I couldn't bury, I will be filling a backhoe up outside. One really important thing in Russia is never work alone, and I am thankful for my father-in-law right now. You see this black material here where we're walking? That was the pathing that I made before. He's ripping that off. He's helping me today. And he's ripping this off because the gravel that we put on top should suffice. We'll just maintain that. It'll be much easier to just take this off and walk on the gravel to the bathroom. This entire back area is going to be looking much better. We're not planning on putting any trees or planting anything here, so we want it absolutely clean. In the future, though, it will have some sort of pillar foundation with a deck for a barbecue area in the future. But for now, we just want to have less work, level it out as much as possible, and make it nice and clean. And shout out to the wife who's recording, and shout out to my father-in-law who's helping me today. Let's continue. But for those who are curious about the price of other things, well, this wall behind me, this fence and the gate, which is a push button gate that opens, it cost me about $2,500. It has a foundation of cement there, and it's very sturdy. So this here in Russia, I think we built it last year, is a $2,500 investment at that time that we did it. The plot that we're in, which is about a quarter of an acre here in this beautiful, you can see the mountains here. This was a $10,000 purchase, and we essentially started fixing it up because it was very uneven. We did a lot of work on the land. We reclaimed our land that the government tried to take away. There was so many things. I know it looks like a little bit like this is nothing, but again, this is only 1 year of progress. This is 1 year of progress with someone who doesn't really have a lot of money, and a lot of the work we do ourselves. And we're just going to continue here, taking off these nails from this material, gardening material that we have. It already served its purpose long enough, and it's time to upgrade. After we take this off, we'll level out the ground a little bit on this side, then we'll go for that gravel, all right? We're gonna have to look where and more they are. I pinned it down a lot because of the wind or just random things. The ground was not so even, and that's my biggest concern, is that once we bring in this gravel, I want it to be more even than this was. The majority of the land here was much worse than you see now. Only the back part of the house has weeds that are much taller than me. This I maintained, I cut. But now what you're gonna see us do is take away the top layer like this. You see that? Take the top layer of grass, because I don't want it to mess with the gravel in the future. So what we're gonna do is take the top layer on the side of the building here. All that you see here is gonna be removed. We're gonna try to level it as much as possible so that when the truck comes, it's gonna be looking very good. This is the end result and the base of what we're gonna work off of, okay? So now it's really time to go get that gravel. I know it looks like really bad right now, but slowly but surely with the gravel that we bring, we'll level it out a little bit. But what we do want is that gradient to go down. We want the water to go head outside, and this is gonna look way different in a couple days. But today we get the gravel, and I want to do that back part just to test out the waters. Let's go and get that gravel. It's not so far away. If you think that we have nothing in small towns, just wait. And this exists about 5 minutes from the plot, and we're very lucky because we have heavy equipment operators, and we have all of the material that you would need to actually build a home or make your home much more beautiful. Now, the rocks that we're looking at here, this gravel, is 1,300 rubles a ton. And I'm going to be putting the price comparison on the top. It's going to be in USD, and it's going to be in rubles. So it's 1,300 rubles for this, but this is not all they have. We're going to walk around the compound, and we're going to let you guys know the prices here so that you understand roughly how much it costs to build in Russia. Again, if you are watching from outside of Russia, tell me how much it costs in your country. Also, if you're inside of Russia, in Moscow, St. Petersburg, Novosibirsk, tell us how much this material costs where you're watching from, because some places cost more than others, even inside of Russia. Now, this is sand that is used to work with cement and concrete. This one here is 3,000 rubles a ton, right? Remember, we're doing only tons. And the sand here, this finer true sand here, is 3,700 per ton. Now, a lot of people usually come here from inside of town to get these in particularly because these are for cement and for concrete. The gravel that we saw over there, it's for building roads. And I think the price is fair, in my opinion, because we're in the middle of nowhere and yet we have these materials. Now, let's keep going and seeing the prices to the other things. Something that we have here, home grown essentially. From our plot, you can see the marble quarry, and this is marble in different sizes. A lot of people use this to adorn their gardens, and this is going to cost 6,500 per ton. This is the most expensive thing they have in this place, but it really makes things look much more beautiful, and I don't know what else they use it for, but it comes in two different sizes here, and it has the same price. It's the same material. 6,500 rubles. What does it cost where you're watching from? Now, this is the material that we're going to be buying. This is like some sort of sand and gravel, very fine and thin. And I want it because it's going to be compact and it's going to sit on top of the soil at home. And this costs 900 rubles per ton. Okay, there's another variant over here where it's essentially the same style of sand, but it has a much larger gravel. Now, pretty soon we're going to be seeing how they're going to load the vehicle and then they're going to deliver it. The delivery costs 500 rubles, and we're taking 5 tons today. We're going to work on the back there, but for the delivery it's going to cost 500 rubles. Again, all of the conversions are on the screen, guys. Please comment below, what is the cost where you're watching from? And when you have your material delivered, obviously, if you have a big amount, you're not going to be able to do it with a shovel by yourself. They rent out per hour the wheel loaders for 4,000 rubles an hour. And here you have to get at least 2 hours of work. But besides the wheel loaders, they have a small bobcat to do the smaller work. We're not going to be using the bobcat today. We're going to see how far we can take it by hand. Now it's time to load up the material and go. Remember, 4,000 an hour and 3,500 for the bobcat. Here comes the bobcat. Here we have the car coming in, and we'll show you what it's like when they dump it. We have the first pile, which is going to be about 2 tons, 2.3 tons. And he told, yeah, stand where you want it. And we put the pregnant wife where we're going to drop off the first pile. Now, the first pile we're going to use to fill up this backspace here. And you'll see pretty soon he's going to dump it. That's good. Here we go. And you can see that material is going to look really good on top. We're not going to have to worry about too many weeds growing. And just like that, he's going to go get the rest. This first pile was a little bit less than 3 tons, but in total, look at this. We're going to be putting 13 tons we're going to bring on here. And even if we have extra, it's okay. But what we're going to do now is just start spreading it over. When the rain comes, it'll flatten it out. And you can see my father-in-law is already doing a great job. But you can come around this way and see what the hole looks like. We took this much for this corner. This is the corner of death here. It was filled with so many weeds. But in the future, you can see when you step on this and you even it out in the future, eventually the grass and the weeds will find it hard to grow through this. This is not really optimal soil for them. So little by little, as it compacts and the more that we bring and try to even it out, the better it's going to be here, weedless. I'm taking a little bit of this gravel to take to the back part of the bathroom. Now, again, I took 13 tons because I want to have extra material. I don't want to be lacking. One shot, one kill. I'll spread it out evenly once I bring enough, but that's what we're doing. So we have the next load coming. This is going to be a little bit bigger. We'll show you what the first load did. Our gate is nice and big, so that thing fits. We'll show them by standing where we want it. Right here, Sushi? Okay. Whew. It's gonna fall this way. Okay. Here we go, guys. This is the next load. This one has to be about a little bit more than 5 tons, if 5 tons. Double the size of the previous load that we had. Oh, that's scary. Careful. Well, it looks like it might have been too much of a load, so he's gonna have to do it partially by hand. Maybe the hydraulic system is not wanting to push the weight up yet, so he's gonna go up there and do part of it manually. And it's all right, guys. The good thing is that he said, hey, don't help, I got it. And that's very professional. Some other people would ask for help. Хорошо. When the truck finally let out all of the material, we got to work. You can see us dispersing all of the gravel all around the yard. Now, people usually think that Siberia is always cold, but it's not. You can see my father-in-law is working without a shirt. I decided that there was going to be parts that we were going to need more, so we would load up the wheelbarrow and I would move it around. It works so good when you have a partner, and my father-in-law helped me out throughout the entire project. Shout out again to him for always being there for us. Leave your comments about what you think it's looking like so far. Do you think it's good or bad? And here comes the last load. Nice and easy for this one. That's great. I have a little extra material now. Neighbors around here don't want to pay out of their own pocket to fix the holes on the road. I don't know what their financial situation is, but because I have a little bit left, 3 neighbors must drive on this driveway. I'm gonna try to fix at least one hole with the excess material that I have. You're gonna see the holes are really bad on the road here. It's not a road that's maintained really by the government, so what I'm gonna do is try to at least fix one of them with what we have here. I'm gonna choose one of the bigger ones. We're gonna... Это большой. It might take another wheelbarrow, but it's gonna make a huge improvement to this road. I'm gonna bring maybe another wheelbarrow and try to fill this one up next, and we'll go from there. Now, this is another wheelbarrow. We're gonna donate to try to make this road a little bit better. This is the last bit. I'm not trying to take a lot because I still need some, but I also want to be able to drive in with not too much bumps. That's enough. Now, in Russia, when you have roads that are not managed by the government, you are your best option for repair. And that's why we're doing it. Even though we're right next to a government road, the second most important road in the town is right here, but the other roads are not really paid attention to, they're neglected. And so hopefully the work that we do here, and I'm gonna try to improve it by getting better gravel, but for now, let's go inside and give a summary of what we've done and the cost, okay? All right, let's do this. This is what the corner where the bathroom that we're building is looking like. I'm gonna have to remove a little bit of grass in the middle, but this is what it looks like from this side. We don't want any more weeds on this side, and now you can see it's looking great. All right, so the material and the transportation cost altogether 9,700 rubles, and my father-in-law, my wife, and we spread it around and we fixed it to how it looks now. Again, we're gonna wait till the rains to see how it settles. We don't need this piece anymore for gardening, for growing anything. We're actually gonna be building a barbecue patio here in the future. And so the less weeds, the less ground, the less bugs that there are on this side, the better. Let me know what you guys thought about all the prices. Let me know what you guys thought about life in Russia in general. Again, I am a Mexican-American immigrant in Russia. I have a son on the way. I'm not a rich person. I came here with nothing. And we've got this beautiful plot and we're starting to build slowly, slowly, because we're your average immigrants. Okay? Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Make sure to tune in on the next video.